look at gold, and I think the last time we looked at this gold, it was, yeah, this was what I drew and I dropped in the group this morning. I did not really explain much, but this flag was like I used to forget these things, their name. I just know what it would do. This is a bearish flag, but the reason for this is can somebody tell me the reason for this? I already dropped it in the group, but just to make sure.
I think you said it's
Hello,
a
sirs.
continuation. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, the reason for this line, this horizontal line here. Can anybody share an idea?
That horizontal line, is it to mark out a resistance?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm using my phone. Sorry. Okay. Sorry, I have a question, sir.
Yeah.
I think was it yesterday or the first day you actually took a trade, but you said it stopped you out. But I think it was a sale. Was it the same one or another one?
Which trade? It
I think
was
it
good.
was
If it's
okay.
if
I
it's
think it
money
was
class you are referring, it was this
was it
specific
good?
chart. Yes, it was good. And we were looking at sale when we talked about this
Uh,
other support here being
okay.
liquidated. And that is what is
Um,
playing right now. Buyers who bought with this place, they were frustrated and they left. So any buyer that held their trade from here, probably they would face liquidity at this area right now. So back to my question again, can somebody give me an idea what this resistance horizontal line is? Mr. Abe, please let me hear from you. I want this class to be something we can all catch from.
Good evening, sirs.
Mm.
The the horizontal line
Why are you talking like this, Oga? Why they draw like Ogbono soup?
I dey wait for Rami.
Ah,
You don't drop two words. We dey wait for the third one.
as you are thinking, let me drop my own and leave you to
Mm.
think. I think it's the well, I think it's the last high market made, and if the price should break that region, I think you should buy from there. But if it's faced a resistance there, then it should sell like it did here.
Exactly. And this is what Mr. Emmanuel was also explaining in the group. Then when I then drew his focus that I marked a line there just to invalidate this bearish flag in case market decide to switch on us. And remember whenever I analyze markets, I always come up with two ways market could play out. Even yesterday when we were talking about GBP, we're trying to look if it's a sell or buy. I talked about two ways it could play out and all that. The reason why that is very, very good, that's one thing that makes you a more skillful technical analyst, is because you've understood that the market is more of sentimental analysis. When you've drawn your line, you've done your technical, you've done your fundamental, you have to think, how will majority of these people play this thing? How will institutional traders, which is the big people, how will they also play this thing? So that way, you will know that the market is divided into 2 or 3 groups. Each market is divided into 2 or 3 groups, depending on the current trend, depending on the structure. Some structure will show you 3 group, will give you 3 perspective. But the reason why you would go for one perspective is because it does somehow align with your technical analysis. You get it now. It aligns with your current technical analysis. Now, let me give you an example. When we look at gold, the other day we were talking about multi-time frame analysis. We looked at it that, on this higher time frame, I drew a trend line here as a then, which it has not broken the trend line then. I drew a trend line on the daily time frame, and I said that markets could literally, this was what I drew then, and I said it was what a bearish chart pattern, because why? The market is not forming new highs, but it is forming a new lows, meaning it is squeezing, and it will not break the high. It doesn't move that way. It will squeeze and break down. So if market is forming new, if market is sticking to the same zone of resistance and it is forming new lows, like it is forming higher lows but no higher highs, that's a bearish chart pattern for you. I don't know the name that it's called, but it is a bearish chart pattern. And I told you, and this was on daily time frame and a multi-time frame analysis. So we then look on the lower time frame, which is 4 hours. Then we saw series of support here. Series of support here. And one thing I personally have known gold for, gold knows how to pack liquidity. When I mean liquidity, gold sabi chop people money. It is the ancestor of eating traders' money. And I have always talked about it in our section. So if you have this sentiment now that gold knows how to pack people's money, and you are seeing series of support here lining up one after the other, and you know that it came to this support with downtrend and with good volatility. Learn to understand candles. When you are seeing big candles like this, you are seeing a lot of gap and all those things. Some of those things are called liquidity void. And whenever markets approach a support with liquidity void, it is telling you that there is an imbalance. Now, are there two ways about it too? Most people will have the sentiment that markets would always feel an imbalance before it continue move. But at the same time, some markets differs. Gold, for example, sometimes will not feel an imbalance before it moves. It will keep that same liquidity void to clear out every person that is targeting opposite move. If you think I am joking, try to trade opposite gold's volatile movement or trend. Just I know it's a dangerous move, but try it. If you one of the easiest way to give up in trading is when new traders, they try to trade good with other markets mentality. They find the support, you want to place yourself there. This is why you need to study markets, and this is why sentimental analysis is the last thing you need to do. You have to think after analysis. So in the process of thinking, we'll find support. You will not just come and start placing buy in support. The question I asked that day, and I think it was Brasimian that answered that, okay, we are assumed, according to him, that we assume that gold will come and clear out some of the support. And that is it. That's the characteristics of gold. And doing this drop down analysis, we then came to, that was when we saw that it was reversing here before we ended our class. These were the candles we ended our class in that day. Now, this morning, I then came to this same chart. I saw this flag, I marked it, then I marked a resistance here. And according to Pastor's answer, which is 100% right, this is the last high. I know some people will ask, but this is where resistance is. No. If you check on lower time frame, this is a push down, and the market tried to form a high here. This is the candle here. And on this higher time frame now, this is why multi-time frame analysis is good. On this higher time frame now, this is not an order block, but this is a high. The reason I am stating is some people, when you start learning about order block, you now come and say, this was order block. No, it's not an order block. This is just the high. Did the market form new low for me to consider this high? No, it did not. But at the same time, it is still a high. And I placed it here because if the market breaks this zone, it does invalidate this bearish flag. And I could consider that a change of character. So I would no longer be glued to my sell. This will not confirm a buy for me. This is why you should view the market two ways. Now, guess what I am doing? This support here, I am reading two different meanings to all these supports here. I am reading two different meanings to this support here. One, this support could confirm a sell for me, and it could also confirm a buy. How is that? On my 1 hour time frame now, if market breaks this new high to form new character, then I would then conclude that this support held the sell. It held the sell and changed the pattern. So now I should be looking for buy. But if market breaks this bearish flag and dismantle this support, what I'll be looking for is an opportunity to sell, because why? There are more liquidity down for markets to pick. This is just how it is. I used one support, one trend to bring two possible scenarios that could play out in the markets. So that being said, does that confirm that okay, gold will chop these two supports? Most likely. With the trend from the multi-time frame analysis, from daily time frame analysis, I am telling you that there is a high possibility that, yes, there's no certainty in trading, but currently what I am seeing, there is a high possibility that all this will be cleared out. Probably by the end of this week, all this will be cleared out. Because right now it's already moving towards this support. Will this support bounce it off? Maybe, maybe not. But the downtrend still, what it does still continues. And this is what we call price action trading. No indicator, nothing. And let me tell you why I always don't like indicator. Most people that uses indicator, they will fall victim of this bearish flag. Yakba, they will fall victim of this bearish flag. Most indicators traders, the only people that will not fall victim are people that combine price action and indicator. Now, let me show you another indicator that I use, which is called Fibonacci retracement here. Let me show you. This is a sell this thing. So I'll use this superior eye here. Then I'll place it here at this place. Now, guess what? Yeah. This is another thing that would confirm a sell for me. If I am using Fib, I always use 61.8% or 78.8%. This can be my first entry. This can be my second entry. Now, guess what Fib is telling me? The market reversed back. This is like a retracement. Let's remove chart pattern. If we are sticking to Fibonacci retracement indicator now, this is just a retracement. Guess what? In between 61.8%, almost close to 70.8%. Meaning this is a sell zone. For someone that the market comes to your stop loss, it has invalidated your sell. You should do what? Face the new trend, find a buy entry. That is it. So, like I said, there is no need to complicate analysis. When I dropped this thing this morning, I did not draw all those things. Now I am not against you always drawing. If you want to draw, that's fine. Even the previous class we were on that day, I just swiped through ETH and I dropped and I just marked by I bought. Did the market get my take profit? No, but the market definitely gave me profit. So you have to always master the act of understanding scenarios in the market. And as a beginner, drawing these things will give you more clarity. That's why I drew this thing and I sent it this morning, because on my own, I will not draw this line. I will know what I am seeing there. Sometimes I draw it, sometimes just to gain more clarity, just to understand this thing better. Fine. But as it is right now, yes, there is high probability that gold wants to chop all the support, because guess what? There are buys all over this year that could possibly liquidate. This is the support I am even waiting for it to probably hold enough. This is just one daily candle. It's just one daily candle, and this candle may bounce off. That's how good acts sometimes, but that is it. So I think we all understand this good analysis right now. Yeah. Hello. This one nobody is responding. Is the class still going on?
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
here.
I was raising my hand.
Okay, you can just. I said this is a conversational class. You can unmute yourself and speak, please.
Okay. So sorry, so it's like I'm about to take you back again.
No
So
problem.
like because I saw what Pastor sent to the group yesterday, even is it what you sent to the group today? So my own is how do you determine how do you determine that okay, this with all your analysis structures and everything, okay, this might be a buy like the way you were explaining gold just now, that based on this it can retrace back, and if it breaks the resistance level, then you should be looking for a buy. So my question is, how do you determine whether it's going for a sell or a buy?
How do we determine whether it's going for a sell or a buy?
Yes, sir.
Can you like rephrase your question again? I'm sorry.
My brain. So my question was like, okay, for example, this gold now, for example, where you put like the lines you drew, the
Yeah.
what's it called now? The resistance level as well. Like, so my question is, from the chart now, how do
Mm.
you determine whether this is going to be a buy session or a sell session? I don't know if you get me now.
Okay, now, yeah, I want you guys to write something down. I want you guys to write something down. Yeah. This is personally my strategy. I don't talk about it that much, but let me teach you. This is a quick guide to analyzing the market. Mm? First, number one thing you do when you open your charts, from first thing you do when you open your chart is you have a mindset of a multi-time frame analysis, meaning you want to start analyzing the market from higher time frame. Now, the first thing you start doing with each time frame, starting from the top, the higher time frame, depending on what you want to see. If you want to start with daily, but most times I advise daily, no need to go into weekly. Now, the first thing you want to do, first two things you would be doing with every time frame is Number one, find your key levels. Secondly, what is the current structure on that time frame? Do it across 3 to 4 time frame from top to bottom. Write this thing down. It's the best. It's I will not call it magic, but it's the best thing you can do. Is the best thing you can do not to be confused with this market. That this thing is something that I've mastered over the years, that I most times don't need to draw things on charts to understand it. Start from the top. First thing you do, okay, let me give you an example, but let's come to daily time frame. Let's assume we are doing a multi-time frame analysis now. Let's come to daily time frame. What we did there that day now is key levels, support, then resistance. That was what I did here on the daily that day. Then second thing you will not do on the same daily time frame, what is the current structure?
Okay, current structure.
Yes, ask yourself this question. It's like a question you ask yourself. Once you open your time frame, it's a strategy. It's a strategy. This is the best strategy I developed for myself over the years. I did not learn strategy from people. So I built this from my own understanding in the market. And most times when I teach people, you can use it. You can use it because it's my years of hard work. First thing you will do to make life easy in your understanding this market, from top to bottom, each time frame you open, only do two things: your key levels and your current structure. Ask yourself the question, what are your key levels? So let's analyze this. No, I don't want us to analyze good again. We'll analyze on that chart, but let me use it to explain it for you. If we open daily time frame now, what are our key levels? Resistance here, support here. You can see it clearly. I marked it. Now, what is the current structure, which is the next question on this same daily time frame? What is the current structure? That was when I then marked this thing. Now, do not mistake chart pattern as structure. By the way, do not mistake chart pattern as structure. There are only three type of market structure. There is the trending market where you see your up and down trend. There is the consolidating, which is the sideways market, and there is a choppy market structure. But now there is a trending market structure, which is the up and down trend. There is consolidating, which is sideways, and there is a choppy market structure. We've gone over this in the previous class. Yes. You probably want to go and revise that one. But now, when you ask yourself this next question in every time frame, what is the current trend, and you don't, what is the current market structure, and you don't find the market structure, the next question that would come is, what is the current pattern on the chart? But if you find a market structure, work with it. You've answered that two questions. But when you don't find the market structure, replace that what is the market structure with what is the current pattern. So now on this daily time frame, what is the current market structure? We are not seeing a trending structure here. We are not seeing a consolidating structure. So what is the current pattern? That was when I then drew this. That was when I drew this thing that day. And then the market has not broken. And I then said that this is a bearish pattern. Now, guess what? This has answered my first two questions for daily time frame. So now let's come to the 4 hours time frame. Then when I opened my 4 hours time frame that day, what did I do? Again, I started from the first question, what are my key levels? That was when I marked this as resistance. I marked this as support then, which is also the support we met that day. I marked this as a previous support, and I marked this as support. Then what happened? The next question that came to mind is, what is the current market structure? Since the chart is able to answer that question for us, there's no need for us to go and start looking for what is the pattern. No. The current structure was a downtrend, which is a trending market, a downtrend. The previous structure was an uptrend. That was when we get this support from. You see that now.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
I then said something. Let's go to 1 hour time frame. Remember, multi-time frame analysis. You are answering two questions from each time frame. That is your first leg of analysis. Two questions from each time frame. We came to 1 hour. What is the current market structure? The same thing with the 4 hours time frame. Downtrend. Downtrend. And the market has gotten to what? The last support. Now, guess what? If 2 time frame is giving us same structure, that shows us that it is a powerful structure that we should pay attention to. That now has given sell signal a +1. If we are to vote, that has given sell signal a +1 over buy, because it is coming from 2 different time frames. No, in fact, 3 different time frames, because the daily time frame also gave us a sell structure from that pattern, the bearish pattern we saw. It means it is a sell market. That is called sellers are currently leading the market. That's the pattern that is displaying on the daily time frame. So it is a plus for sell now. So meaning our main focus now, right now, our main focus now is selling. But sentimental analysis is that you have to also think of other possible scenarios that could play out in the market. The reason why that is important, number one, is to keep you safe. Number one is to maximize to minimize your risk. And thirdly, is to quickly be flexible in the market. In case markets change on you, you will not be confused to start analyzing markets from the beginning. You will pick up the next thing immediately and take your trade. You see how smart it is. Now, this has answered your question why we think selling is what we are looking for, because we've gotten a sell signal from 3 different time frame from the multi time frame analysis. Do you understand this now?
Yes, I understand it.
That is it.
Thank you, sir.
Does anyone have any other question? Now, remember this year.
I have a question.
Yeah.
In terms of like the time frames, you said you start with the 1 day, then 4 hours, then 1 hour. Is that the way that you prefer it to be done, or it's not just an accurate way? Like it's not a fixed way of doing it.
In fact, let me put it this way. That's how you should do it. I am
You said
afraid. The reason why I have not been saying it that way is I don't want to put a compulsory mindset in people. But for the sake of learning, please follow this multi-time frame analysis. Start from your daily time frame, 4 hours, 2 hours, maybe. Then you come to your 1 hour to understand the market, to get your entry. Go to 15 minutes time frame. If you don't understand that, write it down. Start from your daily time frame, 4 hours time frame, to get a better view of the market. 2 hours maybe. Then 1 hour is compulsory. 1 hour will display, 1 hour would help you to see the market, to give you a view of what you might probably do in the market. Then to pick your entry for a trade, that's when you need 15 minutes time frame. But if you don't understand 1 hour, I don't see any reason why you should be in 15 minutes time frame. You are gambling. If you don't understand 1 hour time frame and you are going to 15-minute time frame, you are doing something wrong. As a technical analyst, whenever you open your 1 hour time frame, you can't understand it. Let me give you an example of what 1 hour time frame is. I posted a screenshot on the group this morning, and it was from 1 hour time frame. Pastor understood what it was. Mr. Emmanuel understood what it was. That is what 1 hour time frame is. It will display something for you. And if you cannot understand 1 hour time frame, you are not supposed to be trading that market. You are not supposed to. That is what it is. Now, again, yeah, I will come again with this my strategy. Yeah, the reason why this thing is important. Yeah, if I legitimately want to start teaching my strategy, a lot of people will confuse it. To look like even some people that have started trading for months, they don't know anything about trading. That's it. But I would only give you just this tip from it. First thing you do is ask yourself just 2 questions when you open every time frame. One, what are your key levels? Secondly, what is the current structure? And then, if there is no current structure, what is the current chart pattern? And again, to add to it, when you are answering the question, when you've asked yourself what is the current structure, also add one this thing to help you. What was the previous structure when you are answering, not when you're asking yourself the question. When you start looking for the current structure, also look for the previous structure. It will make you understand the current structure better. You must look towards your left. That is it. It's just like you're crossing the road. You must look towards your left. Your left is what is the previous structure. So in case you cannot answer the question of structure, it then comes to you as what is the current pattern. You can still be able to answer what was the previous structure. That way you've understood 3 to 4 time frame immediately. So what you are then looking for after understanding 3 to 4 time frame, you already know what you need to do in the market. Meaning, if, for example, in this case of gold, we already know that what we want to do in gold is to sell from understanding 3 time frames. We already know that what we need to do is to sell. Then comes the next step is, what are my factors of confluence? Factors of confluence are things like indicators or chart pattern or candlestick formation, or what will I call this? I still call all those things indicator, like Jambos, Fibonacci, and all those things. Those are factors of confluence. What factors of confluence helps you do is to gain a deeper level of understanding with what you need to do with the market, to help you pick your entry, to help you pick your trade, to help you take decision if you are to trade or not. As we are speaking, market has already approached the second support. This is the importance of live trade. Exactly what we are teaching now, it is displaying on the chart and all those things. So I think that is it. If you have any question, ask me, so we can probably look for another chart to view.
So can you use the chat that's is it what's it Great Britain I say Great Britain British pound and US dollars.
And this thing now Great Britain Great British pounds now. What be the BP again? I be you say the G stand for George.
Not lately, we don't know what they are doing. They are just
I'm coming. Give me a minute. I want to respond to something on my phone.
okay, sir.
Okay, you said GBP USD. Yes, let's go to GBP USD. So gold is knocking it down. Bitcoin is knocking it. Let me check my Bitcoin trade. Ah, I guess more money to take back Gary this night.
Ah, you love Gary. You.
Eh, who know like Gary?
Nobody. Yeah.
That one is for you.
Me, I'm looking for Gary money. No.
You don't know. I love Gary to a point. I even did research on Gary. Gary is good though, especially the good one. Not there are some Gary that because of the way they've processed it, that's killed a lot of things in it. Gary, proper Gary that does not have too much starch, which is glucose, is very good. It helps your eyesight, everything. Go and do your research on Gary.
You say you'll be seeing far.
You put think
The
that
picture will come closer.
God legitimately blessed Africa with food. Eh, if you even come to all this Western world, you will notice that 60% of their food culture, spice, everything comes from Africa. Then the remaining 35% to 40% and all those things, it comes from Asia. And
Mm.
most part of Asia, we are talking about the Chinese, the this thing and all that. So Western world no really get food, no get spice. They combine the ones they stole from Africa and Asia and combine it. They don't have anything. It's only cheese, mac and cheese.
Play burger.
Even some of the spice they used to make all those their burger and all those things is still
Imported.
you will not go to any British supermarket that they don't have African section for spice and all those things. And you will go and see British people that don't eat they will claim I don't eat African food. They will go to that section to buy spice and everything. So
Mm.
wait that.
These guys.
Okay, let's look at British pounds. Let's start from the top. Let's do a multi-time frame analysis. I usually call multi-time frame analysis a drop-down analysis. In case you see me using drop-down, drop down analysis is a type of multi-time frame analysis. There are other forms of multi-time frame analysis, but I don't do all those ones because it is confusing. So I only just learn drop down analysis and I stick to it because it's like a uniform way of doing multi-time frame analysis, which is starting from the top, like I explained, daily time frame, 4 hours, 1 hour. Then, if you've gained clarity from these three time frame, you can then go to 15 minutes and know where you want to put your entry stop loss. That is if you want to take the trade. You understand? That is just a drop down analysis. You are starting to understand the market from the top. So let's come to the daily time frame and now let's go back to the strategy I was teaching. What was the first question I said we'll ask? Some
Our
please
what's the
respond.
name? Our key level. Yes, our key level.
Looking for key levels now. If we come here, this is our resistance. This is a support, and also this is a support. We've answered that question. What is the second question now?
Current market structure.
Current market structure is a downtrend because why? Market has broken a support here. Is a downtrend. So now we have answered that two question. So let's come to 4 hours. What is the first question again?
Yeah, our key levels. Okay, they're there.
Our key levels based on we've marked some from the previous time frame, then we can then mark this one. This is a resistance. Yeah. So what is the next question?
Like market structure, like was looking, yeah.
Market structure is
Yeah,
downtrend.
downtrend,
Yeah,
downtrend.
market came down to this support, pushed up a little bit to our moving average, or we can call this a point of equilibrium. I know that's too much, but in trading, there's what we call point of equilibrium. That point, not the calculus, sorry, that point of equilibrium is usually a balanced area in a trend or in a consolidation. When I mean balanced area is 50%, when market is 50% away from resistance, 50% away from support. Usually, most retracements stop at that 50% level. So that's why point of equilibrium is something to consider. So we can say, okay, market is in a downtrend. Market came to this support, moved here to 50 MA or a point of equilibrium. That okay, now let me show you something here. This is just from experience. I concluded this as a point of equilibrium, but let me measure it for you. Here's my jambos. Now this is the support bar. This is the support. You can see it's 0.5. I did not need to draw this thing before I knew what this level was. So the more you keep practicing, the more you will understand this market to a certain depth. If I legit don't want to be drawing all these things on my chart, I would understand what I am doing still. So this is another cue or another reason or encouragement for you to keep practicing these things you are learning.
Yes.
Now, this to answer the second question is that we are on what? Downtrend.
Downtrend.
Now, what has this conclude for us from two time frame? We are in a selling market. So what we are looking for is a selling trade. Now let's come to 1 hour to understand the market better. Let's come to 1 hour to understand the market better. To answer our first question, what is the question?
Key levels. Okay, okay, yes, key levels.
From previous time frame, this is a resistance. From previous time frame, this is a support that later turned out to be resistance at this zone. Then this is a support from daily time frame. This is why I use different colors when I mark my key levels. I will then know that this is a support from daily time frame. Now, the second question, let's answer the second question.
The market structure.
Market structure is downtrend. This automatically has given us our signal. What is our signal?
That is a sell, the downtrend.
Good. Is a selling market. That does not automatically mean what we will be trading we must trade a sell market. No, but this has given us that sell is our priority for now. You get it now?
Yes, sir.
Sell is our priority for now. It is our main focus. If we are to divert to get another signal, is after watching the market for a while, market changed a certain pattern or gave a new formation. But for now, our focus is on sell. You see how easy it is.
Yes, sir.
You don't need to conflict your mind. This is just it. So now, if we have then conclude that we are looking for sell, the next thing we are going to be looking at is factors of confluence, which can be indicators, which can be chart patterns, they can be candlestick patterns or candlestick formation, they can even be a form of sentimental analysis. So that is it. See, let's come back to gold. Gold has broken the support. So you can see it happening this life. It's approaching the last support. So, Mr. Simeon, are you still on the call? Is Mr. Simeon still on the call? I think Brasilian is not on the call anymore, so we'll continue. But yes, it has broken this support already. So that is it. Nice one.
Can you start using the indicators? Oh,
You said what, sir?
you said after the structure and pattern, go now
Yes.
to the indicator, the factors of confluence, which you said was the indicator and Fibonacci. So those ones you use at the 1 hour time frame, right?
Give me a minute, sir. I did not say which is the indicator. The reason I want to correct your statement, not because you are wrong, you are not wrong, but I want you to put it the right way, because this is part of trading psychology. If you learn something in a specific way, it can be the right thing, but depending on how you learn it, depending on how you understand it, you implement it the wrong way and it will affect you. Now, let me put it to you. What I said is factors of confluence, which may or which can be an indicator, can be a chart pattern, can be candlestick formation or candlestick patterns, can also be an order block or a fair value gap, which order blocks and fair value gap are a form of sentimental analysis also, because you are thinking a certain way, certain meanings to certain areas of the market. Now, let me give you an example of it. This is a fair value gap, which is a liquidity gap. Mm? This area is a factor of confluence for a sell chart. And look how we pushed the market down. Now, let me give you another factor of confluence now is assuming this part of this market has not already happened. We are looking for a sell. This was a retracement to a fair value gap. Or we can even use, let's come to 15 minutes. This chart will not really display on 15 minutes because it happens within days. Okay, now look at it. This was a retracement towards a fair value gap. Or let's put this thing. Now, this is a 61% level on our Fibonacci indicator. Is 61.8% level of our Fibonacci indicator, which is a retracement zone, a continuation zone, and all those things. These are all factors of confluence I'm using to confirm an area where I can take a sell from. Because I have already known that what will happen is a sell. Let's come to this gold again, like what we posted this morning. This was a bearish flag. So this is a factor of confluence confirming that I am going to sell the market. This was where I will sell from if the market gets here. But if the market keep going up, I will wait. If it breaks here, then I will change my mind to look for a buy. But if it breaks here, I am selling. So these are all different types of factors of confluence. But factors of confluence cannot work when you don't know what you need to do in the market. When you know what you need to do in the market, factors of confluence are as the dictionary meaning of what confluence means, an additional understanding, an additional direction. That is just it. So we can use indicators. For me, I barely use indicator. I don't like indicator. When I started trading initially years ago, indicator was the only thing I understood. It was what I was using. But I got to understand that creating a relationship with the market is far way better than an indicator. You can literally just understand the market and that's how it is. So basically, this is it. So this JBP USD now, now that we are agreed on sell, imagine we still want to sell this market. Imagine if we still want to sell this market, we have to wait for this current movement to come to an end first. Then we'll know, we'll start determining where we want to sell from. Let's come to 15-minute time frame. Let's come to 15-minute time frame, for example. If on 15-minute time frame, this is literally a resistance area. This area is a resistance area, but I am not looking to sell from that area. I might probably want to sell from either this fair value gap, which is a factor of confluence. You see now, the main thing is you understanding the market first. The moment you understand the market, all you need to look for is decision to make, where to make your decision from, how to risk it, and all those things. And that is just as easy as it is. You can learn to use different factors of confluence. You can understand different factors of confluence, but I kid you not, to understand the market easily and efficiently, follow this pattern I have taught you today. You can decide you want to be using chart pattern as a factor of confluence. You can decide candlestick pattern. You can decide any indicator you learn in the future, but follow this easy and efficient pattern. You will find the market speaking to you. It's as easy. Do a drop down analysis from daily time frame or weekly time frame if you have the time. Come down to 1 hour. Get to understand what different time frame is telling you. And if you find from daily time frame 4 hours coming to 1 hour saying the same thing, that is what you should be looking for. That is your trade already. So I believe we all understood everything I have said.
Yes. Well,
Mr. Abel,
Sir?
I believe that's well understood, yeah?
Yes, it's just practice. I need to practice.
Yes. So I might probably say I would give you a very, very difficult assignment to. Now what they do us for school, I go do you. They go do
Amen.
one example, the exam, you go see different thing. So I would not give you, I would say, I want to complicate markets for you guys. I genuinely want to complicate markets for you guys. I would say each and everyone that have been in this session today, it's not mandatory, but for your own sake of understanding and to show that you are understanding and for your own good, I would advise that before at least before 10 to 11 a.m. tomorrow morning, please analyze one forex pair. Can be gold, can be any currency pair, GBP USD, GBP this, GBP that. Analyze it. Then, not just that one. Secondly, one crypto pair. But now this is where it is tricky. Your crypto pair should not be Bitcoin, should not be Ethereum, should not be Solana, should not be BNB. There are many other crypto.
Why are you taking Bitcoin away from us?
I am taking this for away because I have literally just been going through this for. So you can go tomorrow and just go and replicate what I have done. I don't want that. I want you to analyze one forex pair, and it should not be gold or GBP USD, please. One forex pair and
It's not
one.
GBP USD. Oh yeah.
Yes, it should not be gold. It should not be GBP USD. It should not be Bitcoin. It should be Ethereum. It should not be Solana or BNB, which is Binance Coin. One forex pair, one crypto pair. I want you to analyze it. Do a drop down analysis, which is a multi-time frame analysis, and come up with a bias on the market. You don't need to put factors of confluence to say, okay, this is where I am selling from. If you have to do that, then I will say, okay, you have done well, you have really gone fine this thing. But if you want to stop at just coming up with a bias that, okay, from what I have done in my drop down analysis from daily time frame to 1 hour time frame, I believe this is buy, I believe this is sell. Come and explain to me, please.
Okay.
One forex pair, one crypto pair. It should not be gold, it should not be JBP USD, it should not be Solana, Bitcoin, Ethereum, or BNB. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
And trust me, if you actually take your time, 2 hours from your time before now till that 10 a.m. tomorrow, if you take just 2 hours to sit and refresh your mind with what you've learned and try to actually put it on a chart as I have given this assignment, you will understand this thing very, very clear.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
I think that will be it for today class. I will stop sharing now. Is Pastor still active with us?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I am done for today.
All right. Thank you so much. So, if we don't have any questions, I think we can call it a day. But please, you can send the assignment to the general group so that everybody will be aware.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Sir, please, the link for this particular class, will it be available today?
There was no recording in this class.
It's recorded, sir.
Oh, okay, no problem.
I will try to upload the video for Monday and today.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
All right. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Have a good night.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
The best.
Good night.
All right.
Yeah.